Well, this is a very sad moment for us in the ANC and also the Msimang family to have lost Comrade Mendi Msimang, who was really an outstanding leader in the African National Congress. So the family naturally is feeling very sad, but we are here to boost their morale and to pay our condolences. And the ANC family and indeed the nation will rally around them and give them strength and demonstrate to them that we loved their father, their grandfather and their brother, and that their loss is also our loss as a nation. And we remember Mendi Msimang very fondly. I particularly remember him as the Treasurer General of the African National Congress. But our memory also goes way back in that he worked with Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo in their firm, and he worked with them for many years and he learned a lot of things from them which he was able to impart to us. And what did he impart? Discipline, organizational capability, administrative efficiency. And as the Treasurer General of the ANC, he was the one person who was able to look after the ANC's purse very, very effectively. And he was one of the outstanding fundraisers in the ANC and was able to keep the ANC afloat in terms of resources. And so today, this is a great loss to us, and we pay tribute to him, to the contribution that he also made to the struggle, because he went into exile and suffered a great deal in the years of exile. And he's one of those outstanding leaders who did really make a serious contribution to our struggle. And we are where we are today, in part because of the sacrifices that were made by people like Mendi Msimang.
Mr. President, just to go on a historical manner here, when you look at the period that Mendi Msimang was the Treasurer General of the ANC, or was arguably during one of its most divisive and most difficult periods going towards the Polokwane Conference in 2007, when you look at this historical events that have taken place and his role, and I saw an image earlier on today of him seated alongside Thera Lekota, former President Mbeki, and himself looking on towards as the results were being announced in Limpopo and Polokwane. How do you feel when you look at the ANC today and what it's also gone through a decade later after the Polokwane Conference?
Well, Comrade Mendi Msimang was a unifier, and in many ways he was also a bridge between the older generation and us, the newer generation and the younger generation. And so he was part of the glue that sought to hold us together. And even as we went to Polokwane Conference, which was very, very divisive, he's one of those leaders who kept on with a message of unity, of keeping the ANC together, and the message of unity that he advocated and he vocalized has passed on from that time even today. And it is this message, even in difficult times when tendencies of division, of factionalism have sought to divide the ANC, have kept us together. The message of unity that he preached is what we are humming on even today. And we do that because we learned from him, from the great contribution that he has made. So Comrade Mendi was that unifying voice, that unifying symbol in the African National Congress. And he did it with a great deal of humility, a great deal of commitment, and a great deal of being foresightful, to look into the looking glass and to see what the future looked like. When I came to see him 3 months ago, he was a man who was content in that he could see that the ANC was going back to the values that he knew, that he was taught, that he embraced so deeply. And he was pleased, and I think he passed away with a smile on his face, knowing that the African National Congress is going to go on stronger and stronger into the future.
My last question to you, Mr. President. I would be wrong not to take this opportunity to ask you about the big day tomorrow. Your slippery National Director of Public Prosecutions will be announced. You'll be announcing tomorrow at 2 o'clock. What can we look forward to during that announcement? And can you just give us a little hint of who it may be?
Come watch this space and come and listen. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
That was President Cyril Ramaphosa talking outside of the family home following the passing of Mendi Msimang, the ANC's former Treasury General. And a lot of tributes today. We are due to speak to her.